Yeah, Audley Harrison here. Hey, that was a good night of boxing, so I thought I should just talk on it. Um, Started with the ladies in my hometown, London. Uh, we had Alicia Baumgardner and Michaela Mayer. Good bout. Good like technical bout. Both girls like technically were very sound, very solid, and although they didn't go all out, like they kind of boxed within themselves. Good bout, and I thought the fight was a draw. I said it can go a draw, so I suppose you can't really be mad that it went. They gave it to Alicia 2 rounds. They gave it to her by 1 round. Two of them gave it to her by 1 round, so you can't really be mad at that. Obviously, Maya was disappointed, but I think the last 2 rounds she didn't really seal the show. You got to go take the belts, and it was a close fight, so can't really be mad about that. Love to see a rematch. Main event, Marshall and Shields. Oh my God, Shields, great performance. Like was sharp. She's not a big puncher, but just was always stayed ahead. Was banging when she could, and just Savannah couldn't. While she was applying pressure, it wasn't really educated pressure where she could close the show. So never could land anything clean. Clarissa was always like rolling, moving off the line, like beautiful boxing. Again, a great matchup though. High energy fight. They were like fighting, like putting that pressure on and made it exciting. A great advert for boxing. I had the pleasure of being in New York when Layla Ali fought Jackie Frazier. It was a great bout, one of the greatest fighters I've seen, male or female. They went back and forth, so it wasn't at that intensity, but it was still a great fight. So well done to the women who boxed on the card, and there were some other ladies on the card as well. So well done, great show. Um, then it switched. Then I switched over. It was a great day of boxing. I switched over to Australia and Haiti and Camboso. And Haney boxed great. Because in the first fight he outboxed him. This fight he outboxed him, but he also outfought him, and he roughed him up a bit, even though he didn't get in the trenches. But he really good bout, really tamed him in his hometown. And George, never quit, stayed in there, but was always behind. And great dominant performance from Haney, who now probably deserves a spot in the pound for pound top 10. So great performance. Dad was real vocal all the way before the fight, but they kind of deserved it and showed that his son is the real deal, and you got to give him props, and you got to put Haney in pound for pound top 10. I believe he wasn't in there, and it was a bone of contention. So great fight. Then it switched over to the man, Deontay Wilder. But before Deontay Wilder, I watched Durrell and Caleb Plant. And again, Durrell just looked like he was kind of boxing it within himself. Close fight. Kind of had it close. And then Caleb Plant just came with a beautiful body shot, came back with the head shot. Hooked. They always say hook body, hook head. I mean, that's old school training, old school teaching there. A lot of these modern day fighters don't know about that. You hook to the body, you got to come back to the head, and beautiful shot, and put Durrell down and out. And Caleb, there was a lot of needle in the fight before the fight, so he was doing the shovel like he buried him. And obviously not great sportsmanship, but because they had the needle, there's no love lost. And great performance from Caleb, and he puts himself right in there. Deontay Wilder coming back after obviously people didn't know what he was going to do after Fury. He's come back and been working with Malik Scott, and so Malik Scott's got that knowledge, been there with Lennox, many camps he's been there with Lennox, and just that boxing fundamental, adding that dimension. You saw that even though the fight, if he hits him, it could go quick, and Helenius couldn't take that. It was a beautiful shot. It was more like he was boxing, because it was like a counterpunch. which is what you can do when you're moving around, which Malik's brought him that. And I think that's a good kind of added dimension to his obviously power that he still has. So great night I think for boxing. Just want to say one thing. Great night. So well done, Deontay. And it's going to be exciting to see where he goes next. If he goes Ruiz, if he goes Joshua, it could be a next fourth one with Fury. Who knows where he goes? But looking forward to that. I just want to say one thing about the YouTubers, because obviously the YouTubers fought as well in Sheffield. Didn't watch it, but all love. Got no. I know some people really. I can't stand them, and it's like, don't hate the player, hate the game. At the end of the day, they're in here, they're making money. The only word of caution I'd say to the YouTubers is, look, I've seen some of the fights, and I know KSI and that are doing a great job promoting, and the Pauls are doing a great job promoting. Look, they're making that money. You can't hate on that, and bringing new eyes and that to the sport. So I think that's great. But one word of caution: you don't play boxing. And some of these fighters coming in there, they don't look ready. And the problem with that is that if somebody gets hurt and somebody loses their life, then it's gonna be a different story in terms of the questioning and the accountability and who's responsible. So you guys have got to make sure that these guys are coming into the ring get them proper training, let them pay the price and do it right, so that they look right in there. Because the thing about the ladies today, there was a concern about the ladies when they first started, because some of them look raw. But you can't say that about these ladies. They look just as good as the guys. They are just as good as the guys, and there is no difference. They've come from the amateurs, and they've done their time. They've stayed in the gym. They've got good training, and they're very tactical, and they can bring that heat. And if you don't have that technical and tactical, yeah, you can bring the heat, but it may as well just be a street fight. And yeah, while people are paying for it, the noble art is the noble art. So if you're going to do it, you've got to pay the price and do it the right way. So that's my kind of word of advice for the YouTubers. Just like I said, Antonio, a poker player, top-notch poker player, fought his friend Kevin Hart, the actor. And I said, look, if you're going to do it, I trained him. Let's do it right. And we done it for 7 months. And when they fought, it was a beautiful fight. And they kind of made boxing shine, because people are like, wow, look how good they looked. That's because they had great trainers. Obviously, self-praise is no recommendation. And they done themselves justice, and they done boxing justice. So, and that's what you want. That's what we want to see. If people are coming into boxing, making money from it, great. But make sure you do it right. And pay the price, so that you can know how to box, know how to move around the ring, know how to put your hands up, and you just don't disrespect the sport. But just it's all love, because at the end of the day, you're making your money, and that's what it's about. And you get me? We're not you get me? We're not looking in nobody's slipstream. You get me? You got to do your own thing. That's like me. When I turned pro, I done my own thing. So big up to the YouTubers, but just for your own selves, get good trainers, not just pad men. Get painters who can teach you the fundamentals and do it the right way. Okay, happy Sunday. It's the A-Force, Audley Harrison. Out. Bless.